Hey, you're here. All right, everybody, what's up? I've been not streaming for like a week, and now we're back, and we've got a special guest. Alex, I forgot to ask you how to pronounce your last name before we went live. So forgive me for that.
It's a weird one. Yeah, it's Bezuska.
I was gonna guess that, but I didn't want to be the guy that like tried to be woke and fucked up. So I've got Alex Bezuska, who's one of the creators of Kickbot, which is this game you're seeing on the screen in front of you. And we met. We talked about this before we went live. We met last year at Pixel Pop, which is a small video game conference in. My brain just turned off in St. Louis. Where are you from, Alex?
We're based out of Louisville, Kentucky.
Nice.
So St. Louis wasn't that far for us.
No,
it was great to make the trip out there.
4 or 5 hour drive.
Yeah.
And we stopped at Ryan and I, Sarge and I stopped at Kickbot booth several times throughout the weekend. One time in particular, I sat there for like half an hour, trying really hard to set the high score, because this game was a lot of fucking fun. So, what progress have you made since then? So I know what I'm gonna be looking at when I start this up.
Yeah, so I think back then we had a couple of the worlds, the art for a couple of the different worlds in the game thought out and designed, and now we have the artwork for 7 out of the 8 worlds done. And so the game is going to have 8 unique worlds with about 30 levels apiece, with over 100 levels total. Not sure what the final number is going to be. We'll see. So at the time of at Pixel Pop, I think we had a couple of those. So you'll see a lot more variety. You'll see different hazards that have to do with the themes of the different worlds. The whole game takes place inside of a giant robot leg on the moon, and so we have a lot of leg themed worlds and levels and stuff like that. So there's the fire world, which is called the inflamed knee, and then there's the thunder thigh, which has like weather-based hazards and stuff like that. So you'll see there's like a snow and ice level later in the demo.
I love it.
Yeah. So we tried to have like one level from each of the worlds in the demo. So yeah.
What so you said I'm gonna go ahead and start the game up so that people can see what we're talking about as we're talking about it. But you said the game takes place in the robot leg on the moon. Do you want to tell people why that's a thing?
So humanity developed this really advanced artificial intelligence called Giga, and it was designed to help people with all kinds of stuff, from like smart appliances in your home to self-driving cars. Basically, it eventually helped run everything, and it was great for humanity, and it united all the people, and nobody had to worry about doing all kinds of different jobs. But then one day it just went evil, started blowing up all the different cities around the world, and didn't want to take orders from people anymore. Didn't want to. It thought that humans were a big threat, so it was just generally kind of pissed off. So humanity had to do something, so they isolated it to one server, and they strapped that server to a rocket and shot it at the moon. And then everything was quiet for about 10 years. And then all of a sudden, a satellite was destroyed in orbit, and people realized that the AI had amassed a robot army and built a giant robot leg hanging off the moon. And it has a plan to kick the Earth for revenge. And so Kickbot is the main character of the game that you're playing as. Kickbot was designed to be the ultimate wall jumping robot, and so it was a obvious choice to send Kickbot up into the robot leg, have Kickbot jump through all the different fast-paced, challenging levels, and get to the AI and try to defeat the AI. So that's your goal. Got to defeat that evil AI.
Oh my god!
The AI is kind of taunting you at every turn. You'll see like the little yellow screens as you play through the game. Those are the AI's reactions to you, either winning or losing. The AI will kind of react to that and taunt you.
You
So that's basically it. Yeah.
That's dope. So last time I played this, I believe it was only left and right, and I'm dive bombing now. I'm butt bombing with the kickbot. Is that new, or did I just not do that last time ever?
No, that's new. We wanted to. We're a 2-button game, right? So we wanted to try to add more variety to the mechanics, and so having you press both of the buttons at the same time to do a butt stomp was what we came up with, and because you can only jump left or jump right. Butt stomp allows you to go straight down from wherever you are, which can help you get a good position. So you can like butt stomp and then cancel the butt stomp and go left or right. So the challenge for us designing the game is to make a bunch of interesting moves that you can do with just 2 buttons. And if you try it out, I think that you'll see that it's a little more. There's a little more to it than you'd expect from just 2 buttons.
Yeah, 100%. I also frequently forget it's just 2 buttons and like try to hit a different button and then jump again and go, oh damn it! Like that happens to me so much. So when we did this in St. Louis, I remember this part. So I should be better at it, but I'm dying a lot, a lot. When you set out to make a game, like precision platformers are not exactly easy. What kind of games inspires you to make this? Because I mean, I'm sure that list has things like Super Meat Boy on it. Oh man, I died again. What did you guys play that made you want to make something like this?
Yeah, so the story behind that is that back in 2014 we did a game jam. Which is just a competition where sometimes they're competitions, sometimes it's just for fun. This one was something that was on itch, and it was a game jam where you try to make a game that was as frustrating as Flappy Bird, and so it was a Flappy Jam.
Okay.
And so we came up with we wanted to make a game that was like a vertical Flappy Bird. So we took the inspiration of the wall jumping mechanic in Mega Man X on the Super Nintendo, and from Super Metroid, and we kind of made a strictly wall jumping infinite runner, and that's the classic version of Kickbot that we put out back in 2014. That game was an infinite game, so it was procedurally generated, and you could just keep playing forever, and it was just about a high score. And so we sought out that game got a little bit of popularity on the Chrome Web Store, which is where people go to download games for Chromebooks. And so we so we made that game and we put it out on Chromebooks, and we noticed that it got featured by Google on the Chrome Web Store, which is super cool. Awesome. And we weren't charging money for it, and we didn't have ads or anything, so it was basically just a totally free game. What we decided to do is to there's a bug in this version of the game. If you restart, you could play it again. The new version that I linked you to has the bug fixed.
Oh, I thought I had the newest, so I didn't even worry about it.
Yeah, it's like if you die going into that teleporter, it breaks, but we fixed it, so it should be all good for the launch. Yeah. That's the only really bad bug that we've had, so that's good. That's knock on wood.
That's super good. Yeah. Also, don't say that out loud more than once a day.
Yeah. But yeah. So the Kickbot Classic on the Chrome Web Store, we did that. After it got featured by Google, it had like at one point it was up to about 70,000 people playing it per week, which is pretty good for like really good for us.
Yeah,
being a small studio with 2 people making games. And so we thought maybe if we make our next big game, we could make a kind of a sequel or a remake to that Kickbot, the original Kickbot. But we started working on a mobile version because everybody kind of thinks like, oh, I'll make a mobile game. You could hit right and left of your screen, and it would be really fun to play. And we made a whole mobile game. We took like a year making it. And we had all kinds of stuff in it, like in-app purchases for cosmetic upgrades and just all this stuff.
Sure.
And it was all working, but then we just kind of realized one day that the game wasn't that fun. And so we did a crazy thing, and we just kind of scrapped it and started from scratch.
Oh, wow.
And that's the game that you're seeing here is like we started completely over. we're going for consoles actually instead of mobile. So consoles and PC are our target for the game, and we wanted to make something that felt like it had a lot of content and a lot of like handcrafted stuff in it. And so we ditched the procedural generation, and we just kind of we made all the levels from scratch by hand, and tried to refine them and make them as good as we could. And that just meant that we needed to add a lot more to what you could do in the game. And so we added a double jump, which wasn't in the original. We added the being able to slide up the wall and get an extra jump also. There's all kinds of stuff in this game it's totally different from the original. The only thing that's the same is that it's about wall jumping, and that it has the Kickbot character.
Right.
And so yeah, that's where it kind of stemmed from. So like Mega Man X meets Flappy Bird was the original, and then this one, of course, Super Meat Boy is a huge inspiration because they're just such great level design and fast, the fast respawning, so you don't have to get frustrated. You could just keep trying.
Yeah.
That was definitely inspired by that.
Huge plus.
Yeah.
A lot, obviously.
So like while we were working on the game, Celeste came out, and that game is fantastic. And so a couple of things that we kind of took from Celeste is the graphical like indication that you've used up your double jump. So originally we had the visor on Kickbot's head would change from pink to black, and so it would be like you power it down or whatever. And then from playtesting we decided that it wasn't noticeable enough, so we made the whole sprite kind of darken. And then we looked at Celeste for visual effects and stuff like that. Our level design has to be a lot different than most platformers, though, because of the 2-button mechanic. And so we couldn't take too much from those other games. We kind of had to come up with what moves were fun to do, and then make levels around those moves.
Sure, yeah. I like all of the times you can tell that the game wants you to like delay your jump to get around something, but then like a mission, or not a mission, what am I trying to say? A level later, or even like past the checkpoint, you'll build that same turn and then have, like on this level, torches on the side. Like I immediately came out of this and was like, oh, I'm gonna need a double jump here. And then got here and realized, oh, I'm just gonna die. It's fun to like use those mechanics against people that like learn to expect them when they start to play it too.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, we want it to be a challenging game, but we want it to be forgiving and allow you to lots of chances to learn. But there's a thing in our level design where if we teach you how to do something, we make you do it multiple times to make sure that you got it and it wasn't just a fluke that you got past it.
Sure.
And so you'll see a lot of cases where you might have to do the same move a couple of times in a level.
Yeah, or like in the one that I've been stuck on because I forgot I got the chip. You have to go through the level to get the chip, and then go back through it again to put it where it needs to go, instead of just getting it and being able to move on, which I would have liked. It's fine. It makes you prove yourself instead of just like, oh shit, I got lucky. I'm just gonna run and keep going.
Yeah. That level in particular, some of the speedrunners in our Discord, they found out that you can like shimmy up the left side and get the flash drive without even doing like going around. So I put that USB port on the other side, so you have to plug it in, so you can't just
cheat. Genius, yeah. So you might be able to go do that, but you're still gonna have to go put it where it's supposed to go. That's awesome. Yeah, the snow level's new. I like the sliding mechanic. It's very nice.
I was playing around with it one day and I just turned the friction off on all the walls. And I was like, this feels like you're sliding on ice, and then we made a level.
Yeah, that's very good. So you said that you were planning on releasing this for... Oops. God, I'm so bad at this sometimes. You're planning on releasing this on consoles and Steam. And we talked a little bit before we started streaming about like the window for that. What is your plan for this year and 2021 for Kickbot?
Yeah, so this year we're excited about releasing this demo that you're playing right now. on Steam next Wednesday, or actually it's this Wednesday now because it's Monday already.
It is.
But yeah, Wednesday, October 7th, the demo's coming out for everybody, and you can wishlist the game on Steam right now, and it'll tell you when the demo comes out. We're doing a speedrun tournament this week also. It's probably gonna finish up on Saturday, and so you can play the demo on our Discord and enter the speedrun competition. We're gonna have a $50 gift card for Steam as the grand prize and a key for the full game. And then we're just gonna be working on the game, really trying to get things done for the rest of the year, making lots of levels. I have a plan to do animated cutscenes between each world, so I've got a lot of work on that. Sure. And then we're gonna try to release on consoles and Steam the full game early next year. We're trying for February, but I'm not going to say a date because we got to release it when it's good. We don't want to do it wrong. Yeah,
that's definitely something that the world is kind of learning to deal with and be okay with right now.
Yeah. So we're really excited about being on consoles for the first time. Actually on Steam for the first time too. But I mean, I grew up as a console gamer, so it's going to be really cool to have our game on that. We're definitely gonna be on some consoles. I can't say which ones yet, and the goal is to try to be on the big three on all of them. Sure.
This feels like, and I may be a little bit biased, but this seems like a really good Game Pass game.
Oh, I would love to have it on Game Pass. Yeah, yeah. I may or may not have talked to some people about that yet, but nothing's for sure yet.
Oh, don't tease. That's rude. Someone on stream asked, "Will it have controller support on Steam?" I'm playing it with a controller right now, Dentalicious, so I imagine yes.
Oh, cool. So yeah, if you're talking about the specific actual Steam controller, that is something that is on my list for this week. I'm gonna make it work before Wednesday. But the right now it works with Xbox One, Xbox 360, basically everything that you can plug into a computer. PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3. We've done the Switch Pro controller works.
You had a 2-button controller at Pixel Pop. Is that a thing you guys would you get into the hardware space?
Yeah. So those I mean, we have a guide on our blog that tells you how to make one of those arcade pads. It's not too expensive to make, but the case takes a lot of time because I made that out of a block of wood, and so
so
there's a few hours going into that. But
yeah,
we
made
it
to have
too.
like a 3D printed, like a recipe basically, so people can make
that would be awesome.
Have access to a 3D printer.
Yeah, and the arcade buttons are pretty cheap too.
Yeah.
And you just have to get 2 of them for our game.
Yeah, you don't have to fill out a whole fight pad. You just got to put a couple up.
But yeah, you can go to twoscoopgames.com and there's the blog. You could find the article that I did about how to make the arcade pad, and we use a little Arduino kind of computer thing that's like $6 on eBay, and it's a lot of fun to take to shows because it gets people's attention, and it's what am I trying to say? It's not intimidating because it's just 2 buttons.
Sure, yeah. I don't know if you're watching, but I just did that last level so fast because I got tired of it and just decided to try something new, and it worked.
Yeah, that one is deceptive because if you just kind of double jump through it, you can get through it pretty quick, but it looks really hard. And
yeah,
if you try to get the USB in that level, it's so brutal. I can barely do it.
There's a USB? I didn't even think.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Yeah, you'll have to check it out again. There's the USB's over on the left side.
But, it's outside the center column, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, you hate me.
And those USB drives, in the demo, they're just extra collectible for fun. But in the full game, they're going to unlock bonus levels. So we're going to have a overworld map, pretty similar to like Mario World, where if you unlock a level, it's going to open up a new little path, kind of like I think like the ghost houses and stuff did in Mario World. But it'll unlock a new path, and then you could see new levels on your map, and you can play those, and they're going to be like extra challenging levels or really weird levels that are kind of like things that we came up with that aren't good for the main game, but they're just like fun bonuses.
Sure,
And
sure.
so yeah, so that'll be an extra challenge to try to get all those USBs.
Are you going to have, and this is probably me just trying to add features to a game you're already making, but are you going to have any levels that like scroll for you, so you have to race like the screen moving, or like any bosses or anything coming up?
Yeah, so the screen moving thing is interesting. I had one idea for something like that I was going to prototype out and see if it felt good. I had an idea for one of the levels in the Inflamed Knee to have lava at the bottom of the screen that's constantly rising, and you have to go up a tunnel.
Sure.
And so that would be like our auto scroller kind of thing. So I'm going to try that out, and if it feels good, then we'll put it in.
That's
as far as
game design 101. If it feels good.
Yeah, we're really heavy on playtesting as far as like we have a game dev community here in Louisville, Kentucky, and we the people are so cool. Like you make, if anything that you make, everybody is willing to try it and help you get you feedback and stuff. And also, since we started the Discord, we have a bunch of people in there that I could throw up a level and they'll try it like the same day. It's so cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, so we take feedback really seriously because if a lot of people who don't have the awesome privilege of having a community like that, you're working on a game and maybe the only person that's ever played it is like them and their close friends or whatever, and it's like, sure, you have no idea what's good or not if you don't have people trying it all the time.
If you're too close to it, you get those blinders on, you start to like miss the things that are bad because you're like, that's all I've seen.
Yeah, and it's also really hard to gauge difficulty because me and Eric have been playing this thing for like a year and a half, and it's like we're pretty good at it.
Sure,
but,
yeah.
So we don't know. But the speedrunners in our Discord have like way beat us at our own game. Like we have no hope. So
I'm trying to figure out how
it's fun
they
too.
sneak past this without.
You can do some kind of shimmy thing. I've never been able to pull it off, but it's possible. Oh, someone's asking a question about the camera flash. So those are the.
Go ahead.
Yeah, those are the checkpoints. So in every level, there's a couple of rooms. Some levels have 2 or 3 rooms, and at the beginning of the rooms we have a checkpoint, and that's just if you die, you go back to that. So you don't have to keep playing a level a part of a level you already beat.
Yeah, that lets you know that you've got it. You're okay. I'm gonna mess this up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna mess this up.
That's something that was like one of our first things that we got in playtesting is we didn't have any checkpoints, and people were just like, "This is so brutal."
No checkpoints would, be absolutely brutal. Although I can see it, dude. You should, maybe have a no checkpoint mode for people that want to really be hardcore.
That's a good idea. Yeah, because we're adding options right now to the game, and we've got some assist mode things planned. That's another thing that we heard about from Celeste, and it's just huge for accessibility. So we want to have some assist modes, and maybe we'll have some modes that make it even harder. I don't know.
Yeah, Celeste had a mode famously that gave you an extra jump, I think.
Yeah.
You give yourself extra jumps and make damage do less and all sorts of stuff so that you could like just enjoy the game if you weren't like a precision platformer fan, or if you just couldn't do it for accessibility reasons. Yeah, I could see this having all sorts of like, because like Ori and the Blind Forest and those games have like achievements for beating them without dying, which is ludicrous to me.
Yeah.
But people do it. So it would be interesting to see like what kind of modifiers you could add to it to give people chances to like test themselves in different ways. Because that's like, I already noticed that while I play this, I try to like speed up every run, which is, I don't normally play games like I want to figure out how to do this as fast as possible. This game does that. I'm like, all right, I can do that faster. And you saw that when we were at Pixel Pop. So it'd be interesting. Like I already noticed myself doing that. It'd be interesting to see what you can get players to try and do if you give them different ways to beat it.
Yeah, definitely. And achievements are like something that I'm really excited about adding. because I can think of all kinds of weird stuff to add as achievements. So we're gonna have a lot of those.
Wait, where's the chip go here? Is this one of those like you hit it and I have to go back and find it? Oh, it's right there.
It's one where you have to do kind of a loop around. Yeah.
You dirty dish rag. You. All right, let me go. Oh, I thought I had it. So console, new features. You said over. You said 100 levels.
Yeah, we're shooting to have over 100 at launch, and then we'll see how it goes after launch. If the game picks up some steam, then we might release some more levels like DLC or something.
Sure. Get it if it picks up some steam. See what you accidentally did there. Oh god, I dropped it. Say, Sarge is in the chat. What's up, Sarge? He was the other one with me that was losing his mind the whole time we were playing this game.
Nice. Good. Well,
so
thanks again so much for checking out the game back at Pixel Pop.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. So, you said over 100 levels. You said 8 worlds. Did you detail those 8 worlds, or you do not know what the?
Oh, I could talk. Yeah, I could talk about those because there's a level from each of the first 7 worlds in this demo. So, the first world is the Foot Factory. The second world is the Twisted Ankle, and the Twisted Ankle is like a biolab with like pools of acid and floating brains and stuff like that, and all kinds of like weird biological experiments. The third one is the Shin Observatory, and so that's like the space background. We got some cool stuff planned for that world that we haven't added yet, but
I love that Shin Observatory sounds like an actual place. A little bit.
Yeah. And then fourth world is the Inflamed Knee, so that's all the fire and lava and all that stuff.
Yep.
The fifth world is the Thunder Thigh, which is my favorite world name. That's all weather-based stuff. So there are gonna be some levels that have a lot of like lightning, electricity stuff, and some that have the snow and slippery ice walls and all that. And then this one here is the moon caverns. So you go from the leg to inside the moon, and the moon caverns have like remains of ancient moon creatures and moon shrooms and all kinds of stuff like that. And then the last world is you'll have to play the full game to see that one.
Nice.
That one's the secret one.
I love it. I just saw the microchip in this level and I hate you.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
It's really rough.
I'm gonna figure it out though, on stream. So I might be here for hours, but I'll do it. I'll do it.
So somebody asked about 4K, 120 FPS. So the game on my computer runs at like 144 FPS. So we got you covered there. I don't know about the consoles yet, but as far as the 4K, our game is 160 pixels tall, and so you could probably figure out how many K that is. It's like a tenth of a K.
Nice. It's
So.
0.5K.
There you go. Yeah, so we're going for the Game Boy Advance screen resolution with the game, and so that is 240 by 160. But back in the day, they didn't have widescreen, so we widened it up a little bit to 284 by 160. So it's pretty much the same as the Game Boy Advance.
Nice.
I take a lot of inspiration from games like Metroid Fusion and some of the Mega Man Zero games on the GBA for like color palette and stuff.
Yeah, it's you can tell where some of your influences come from, and that's one of my favorite things about art and games is that like you can go, oh shit, these people liked this game. One of my favorites is Hyperlight Drifter. You can tell very quickly.
Oh
that
yeah,
game is very referential to Zelda.
Oh yeah,
and I knew that, and I've never really played Zelda games, but I was like, oh, this is Zelda as fuck. I don't know how to get this, and it's gonna drive me nuts.
It's tricky. It's you kind of have to like jump in between the saws right there.
Yep.
The mushroom is kind of the guide. Like everything that you have to do is around that mushroom. So you jump over to the left through there, and then you have to go all the way back down, and then go back up, and then jump. Yeah, there you go.
Oh no, not a. Oh, I can do. Oh, I didn't think I could jump after I butt bombed. Okay.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna do this. So, 8 worlds, 100 levels, spring next year, Steam wish list on Wednesday. Oops, I went too high because I was talking. What else do you want to share about the game? What else? You mentioned in the beginning of the show, before maybe some people showed up, that since the last time I played, even you've added more worlds and more levels and things like that. And then you mentioned it used to be procedural, and you've moved from that into building levels itself. Do you still have plans at all to add any more features? I know this is like the worst question for someone trying to get a game out. Like, how much more do you want to add to it? But do you
we've got a list. Yeah,
sure. Like in an ideal world, what would you throw in?
I mean, in an ideal world, I think that since we have a lot of variety in the game already, and so I think that it's like maybe a couple social features would be nice, like a leaderboard, and being able to do like a daily challenge would be really cool. Stuff that would get people excited about coming back to it every so often, especially for like people who just like 100% everything and then they're done with the game. You know, I want something to have people coming back once in a while. We had an idea for like if we had a daily challenge mode, it would be a certain like string of rooms that are not necessarily in the same order that they are in the real game. Sure. And then that would be like a mode where you just, you know, here's the challenge for Monday or whatever, and you play that, and then you could send a message to your friend that says like, hey, I beat this in 2 minutes, try to top that. And then
that's awesome.
They get to try it.
Like a daily or like a weekly challenge level.
Yeah, so if we get there, I'd love to have that. That would be super cool. And then, I'm trying to think what other hazards and stuff we haven't put in. We had this idea for like zip lines that was pretty cool. We wanted to try out, and like I don't know if you played the Armored Armadillo stage in Mega Man X, but the minecart kind of thing that you ride on.
Sure.
I've got a prototype of that, but it's kind of buggy, so we didn't put it in the game yet. But
so I just realized that you can take the chip up to there, but you have to get to the other side of the wall.
Yeah.
And I'm even more mad now. Please go on.
This one's tough. It's really I've only done it like once myself. Basically, you have a rule that if me and Eric can do it, then it goes in. Because we're not even as good as the speedrunners that on our Discord, but you know, if we can do it, then it's probably possible for most people. Maybe if they try really hard. But we also have in the game right now, we have these music discs. There's one in this level, like earlier on, and the music discs, when you collect those, they're gonna unlock tracks of the soundtrack in the sound test, which is gonna be an option that you could pick from the title screen in the full game.
Nice.
So Jake Mercer is the composer that did all the music for Kickbot. It's all custom for the game, and inspired by like the different themed worlds. He made 25 tracks for us so far, and there's still some more that are planned. And we're gonna release a soundtrack when we put the game out that people can buy also.
That's awesome. You've got to have like a Steam bundle, like a bundle. You know, let people pay a little more. Grab the soundtrack as well.
Definitely, we're gonna do that. Yeah.
I do that entirely too much. I have too much music as it is, but good game music is good. I was gonna ask you about this music because it opened the other day when we started our conversation, and I was like, "Oh shit, I got a new soundtrack. I'm gonna need to find somehow." But,
nice.
Are you guys gonna release that on, streaming services and such, or is it gonna be something that you tie to purchasing the game?
So we're gonna put it on Steam with the game first, and then I think SoundCloud, or maybe I'm pretty sure that Jake has mentioned SoundCloud. Jake is gonna handle like putting it on music platforms. So I know for sure SoundCloud, but we'll see about Spotify and stuff like that. Okay. And then we'll see where it goes from there.
All right, I've got to get your help. What do I do to get to the other side of this block?
So it's the same way that you jumped over to the left side, but reverse. You have to like go through the big mushroom. very carefully. So if you start on the left side, like from right here.
Nope.
But you got to get the drive first, so you got to go over there anyway.
Yeah, I'm trying to practice this before I go get the drive and pull that off, and then come back and. Okay, like that. Okay.
That was super close, yeah.
We're gonna do it this time. Oh no, we're not.
we have analytics on the game that like keep stats on how often people play the beta and stuff that we've been doing.
Sure.
And I was curious on like how many times the first beta tester who got this USB drive, they died 128 times before they got it.
Wow. All right.
So don't feel so bad.
Yeah. Hopefully.
It's really hard.
I wonder if I'm at 128.
We'll see when you beat the level. It'll tell you.
You
did it.
Okay.
You got it.
I did not think I was gonna get it.
And it doesn't matter if you die. It's done.
Now I'm just trying to rush to the end.
Yeah. Let's see that death count up here. 57.
Hey, 57.
That was good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't imagine that you could. So with your speed, you mentioned this earlier. I wanted to bring it up. You mentioned the speed run competition you're doing as kind of a hype builder, and you're doing a giveaway with it. What are you going to grade on? So is it going to just be time? Is it going to be time and deaths? Is it going to be time and deaths and how many people get the extra microchips? Are all of those things going to come into play? How are you kind of grading that?
It's just about the time. Like it's gonna be whatever that number on that demo end screen says. That's it. So we have submissions going on right now in our Discord. It's discord.gg/2scoopgames. You could submit a screenshot of the demo, and if you don't, and if it's not, because it's not Wednesday yet, you can also get the copy of the demo on our Discord. There's a link pinned in our general channel. But yeah, the time at the end is that's all it is. So don't worry about the coins, don't worry about the USBs. It's just getting through it as fast as you can.
Dope. Do you want to share that Discord link with me through our Discord call, and I can drop it in stream for anybody who wants to grab it? Dope. So when's this competition kick off? Wednesday? When the demo comes out?
The qualifiers are already started, but if it's the qualifiers are going to go on until the day before the competition. So probably today through Friday, you can do a qualifier. You could submit as many screenshots as you want. So if you keep improving, just keep submitting more screenshots.
Sure. And then go ahead.
Oh yeah, then on Friday, on Saturday, I think at 8 p.m. we're gonna get the 8 top qualifiers. And if the people are able to stream on Twitch, they're going to stream playing through one run through the demo, one at a time through the top 8, and then we'll eliminate 4 and do those top 4, and then eliminate 2, and then the last 2 are going to go head to head on a split screen, and then whoever wins gets the grand prize.
That's awesome. So grab the demo on Wednesday. Wishlist it now. If you're in the stream, I'm going to throw you the Discord link so that you can get in there and get the demo now and play it and get your speed run times in if you want. Is there anything else you want to share with all of us, Alex, while you're here, while we've got you, while we're doing this?
I think you covered it all. The main thing for us is just the wish lists on Steam really help us out. It's as developers, like we're a 2-person team out of Louisville, Kentucky. Not many people know about us, and so if we're making this game, and I think it's a good game, and almost all the people that we show it to really enjoy it, and so it's like if we could just get it in front of people, then I'm sure that they'll enjoy it too. And so the thing that we're trying to do now is if we get a lot of wish lists on Steam, then the Steam algorithm will kind of like help push us closer to the top when we launch the game next year. And so if you know how like featuring works on stores, it's like if you're not if you don't have a feature spot, then it's kind of like going into buy a game at Target or whatever, and the game is not on the shelf. You don't even see it. You have to go ask for it, and they have to bring it out from the back. And
Right.
so it's like if we don't get featured, then people just have to search for us. And
Yep.
so if we get a lot of wish lists, then Steam is more likely to say, people seem to like this thing. We should try to push it up to the top of the list. So it's a huge help to us. Wish list it. Tell your friends. Anybody who you think might enjoy the game. I'm completely open to people trying the demo early. And if you're really into it, we've got beta testers on our channel that are trying new levels that aren't even out yet. And join the Discord community.
Yeah, so I was recently listening to a podcast in which somebody detailed that Steam wishlist. Oh, I did it. I did it. I killed myself.
Oh no! I swear
but,
we fixed it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about wishlist because I think it was Mike Bithell who made Thomas Was Alone, and they just announced
Oh, cool.
a new game called Solitaire Conspiracy, which looks wild. Anyway,
Yeah.
they were talking about wish listing and pre-orders, and a lot of people give those like pre-orders and wish lists a lot of shit because they're like, don't give people money. I guess in a wish list that's not the case, but not like showing intent before it comes out. But Bithell was saying that like Steam wish lists, people that add things to the wish list, like 18 to 20% of them actually go buy it, which is like one of the highest metrics for like returning and actually doing something anywhere. So like getting a bunch of people to wishlist it isn't just like a good notification of like, hey, people are interested. It's also kind of a good way to be like, hey, look, we're gonna get this many people to buy it right away, which is a really good thing. So yeah, wishlist this for anybody listening, watching, or any of those things, because I'm sure Alex would like to know how many people he can count on to be there day one.
Yeah. I mean, the two of us, we're indie devs. We do. I do contract work making games and apps for other people, and Eric has a day job, and so it's like we're doing this in nights and weekends, and just trying to live out our childhood dream of making games. And so I would really love to be able to do make games like this full time, and that's what we're shooting for. And so this is our first game that we're really asking people to pay us for, so it's like we've done free games and mobile games and stuff, and it hasn't paid the bills. You can't eat off of that. So we're not hoping for anything huge. We're just hoping for enough to make it. Yeah, because we've got lots of ideas for games.
Sure. And I'm sure that like working on one gives you like ideas to go, what if we went in this direction with this instead of this direction? Just speaking purely as someone who writes fiction, knowing that I'll write something in a story and go, oh god, this is going to sprout a whole other idea for a whole other thing. So
yeah, it's there's so many ideas. That's why it's always funny when you talk to somebody and you say that you make games, and they're like, oh, I've got this idea for a game that would make $1 million, and it's like, oh great, okay, tell me. And it's like, because we have so many ideas all the time, we don't even have time to make one of them. So it's like,
sure.
Yeah,
and
I'm sure it's the same with writing.
I'll be able to make it. Oh yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember making that jump at Pixelpop without having hit that bumper. I just remember. This is very good and very fun. And like I said, I don't find myself playing precision platformers often. I played Meat Boy a little bit because it was in the zeitgeist. I've played Ori and the Blind Forest, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, because those games are fucking beautiful. But I don't find myself in these a lot, and so maybe it's a little bit of that. But I think it's more. This is just really fun, and I don't think I've had a game make me want to improve on my run as much as this.
Oh, that's great. I mean, thank you so much for saying all that. I'm glad you enjoy it.
Yeah, dude. I can't wait to give Sarge the the demo so that he can just sit there and make his eyes
feel
bleed
free to
trying to get the fastest scores, because he will.
Yeah, feel free to share that around. I would love to get people's feedback too. If we've got our Discord and yeah, once it comes out on Steam, the nice thing is that if we put out updates, you'll get them automatically. So that'll be cool.
Yeah, that'd be great. I keep thinking jealously that someone has figured out how to shimmy up the wall past those torches, and I don't know how to do it. And...
I can't do it either, so don't feel too bad. I've tried too. Like, people do some moves in this game, and I'm like, how do you do that? Like, I never expected anybody to try that.
That's like the joy of speedrunning, right? Is to like watch people play a game and you go, my God, I can't do that, and I fucking made it.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's exciting though. I mean, like, I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, dude, I don't want to take up too much more of your time. If you've got anything else you want to play, that's what it is. How do people find this game? Where do they follow you on Twitter? Where do we follow you on any other social medias?
Yeah, so our studio's Two Scoop Games, TWOSCOOP Games. We've got Two Scoop Games on Twitter and Instagram. Those are our two main ones. You can go to twoscoopgames.com, and then kickbotgame.com takes you straight to the Kickbot page on there. You can also just search for Kickbot on Steam now, and the page is up. You can wishlist it now. You can see all kinds of stuff about it. We got it won Best in Show at GDEX, which was pretty great. That's the first time we got first time this game's got an award. I keep thinking because the first award that we got for any game was for Pull Pals, which is a prototype that we made, and it won the blue ribbon at the Kentucky State Fair, which is like the weirdest thing to win as a game developer. Like,
yeah,
I bet
crazy.
people would think it was a joke that this game won the blue ribbon at the state fair.
That's awesome, though.
But yeah, that'll probably be our next game if when we finish Kickbot and everything is Pull Pals. So you can check out. There's a demo of that on itch.
Nice. I'm throwing all of the links in the chat right now. I've got your Twitter. I've got the Two Scoop Twitter. I've got the Discord. Yeah, dope. Yeah, the
wishlist.kickbotgame.com is the easiest way to get to that Steam page.
Yes. Is there? I need to throw that link in here too. It looks like we already have at least 2 wishlisters that are watching right now.
Thank you all so much. Seriously, I appreciate it.
It's the best.
If you know any Steam curators, or if you're a Steam curator, I'd love to get you a copy of the demo, and just any help we can get spreading the word is huge. It's seriously, like, it's so hard for like good games to surface to the top because there's so many coming out.
Yeah, and it's it's quarantine time, so everybody's at home playing stuff, and so there's just this like crazy. Okay, there's thousands of things coming out, and thousands more people playing, millions more people playing. So just hoping to get be the one that gets caught in that wave is, I'm sure, stressful and a pain in the ass. So all we can do to help, we will do to help.
Yeah, if you follow us on Twitter, we do have exciting news. We're saving it until later this year, but we've got some exciting news about the consoles. It's very cool. So.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
there's all sorts of little juicy nugs you've dropped into this conversation. I'm excited now. Yeah. Well, Alex, thanks for hanging out. I'm probably gonna play this a little longer, so if you want to hang out in the stream, you're more than welcome.
Cool.
I want to set a time and then send it to the competition. I'm not gonna win. There's not a chance in hell I'm gonna win, but I'd like to save a time just in case.
Yeah, don't get if you go and you check out the channel on our Discord for the competition, don't get discouraged, anybody, because some of those people have been playing it for a lot longer than you have, probably.
Oh, and wait, there's times already posted. Hold on, I'm definitely gonna go look at this and get discouraged.
But seriously, don't get discouraged, because we want the top 8, and the top 8 we're gonna do on our live stream. And so even if you're not in the in the final 2 or final 4 or whatever, you'll still be on the live stream, and it'll be a lot of fun.
That's awesome. You've got people in this doing it in under 2 minutes total.
It's nuts.
Oh man. Okay.
I can't even do that. Like, I got 2:47 is the best I've ever done.
No mission over 18 seconds. Okay, well, I've got my work cut out for me, it seems.
Yeah, but seriously, try if you're in the top 8, we've got some secret little prizes. They're not big Steam gift cards, but we got some secret little prizes that we're going to be doing.
Awesome, man. Well, yeah, thanks again for coming on, and everybody go wishlist this now and grab the demo on Wednesday, or just follow the link in the stream. And I will put this out as audio with our interview we did with Alex a year ago.
Yeah.
So that you can hear the progress.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to see how different I sound.
Sure. You're 3 months into being a dad now. I'm sure you're going to sound more tired now.
Yeah, I mean, knock on wood, but our baby's been great so far. We're just we'll see what happens though.
Hey man, there's always those weird outliers that are just like chill and hang out all the time instead of like just crying all the time. So maybe you got one of the good ones.
Yeah.
Lord knows,
but thanks again so much.
You could use a good one.
Yeah. Thanks again so much for having me, and I really appreciate what you're doing to help out indie devs and just to show your support and put out cool content. So thanks so much.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for hanging out. And like I said, I'll be playing for a while too. So if you want to hang out in the stream and talk to some people, if there's any questions, go for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, have a great one. Talk to you later.
See you, bud.
Bye.